What is up, you guys? And today I'm going to tell you why increasing your stress threshold can actually make you wealthy. Let's dive in. All right, well, welcome back to the podcast. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. As always, I'm grateful for you, grateful for your time and your attention. If you are a woodworking or handmade business owner or an aspiring woodworking or handmade business owner, make sure that you check out both the podcast and the YouTube channel. They will help you on your journey. But today I want to talk to you about something that's not as woodworking related, but very much mindset, intangible related, and that is understanding what your stress threshold is and how to increase it. So what is a stress threshold, right? You may ask that question right out of the gate. Well, simply it's your ability to deal with or manage stress. So two people may have been under the exact same pressure, dealing with the exact same circumstances. One person may deal with that. They may be freaking out, like their hair's on fire, they're running around, panicking, having a panic attack.
I'm burned!
There is no fire!
Come back here!
The other person might be as cool as a cucumber, laying their head down to go to sleep that night and sleeping for a solid 8 hours, right? And so what is the difference? Well, it's simply their ability to manage the stress that's in their life. And so here's the reality. If you are trying to grow a business, if you're trying to scale, if you're trying to move into a new location or hire employees or anything that you're dealing with trying to grow a business, there are stressors involved with growing a business. Growing a business is challenging. It's always going to come with challenges. Now, some of these challenges are worse than others and some are better than others, but nonetheless, there are challenges associated with trying to grow a business. Now, if you don't understand how important it is to raise your stress threshold, then you'll find yourself in stressful situations without any ability to make good decisions in those situations. And so by having a higher stress threshold, what it simply allows you to do is make better decisions under pressure. Right now, like if you got to make the decision of what we're going to eat tonight with your spouse, there's not a whole lot of pressure associated with that decision. Not to say that it's an easy decision. As we all know, if you're married, it's hard to make that decision.
What do you want?
It's not that simple.
What do you want?
But what to do when you're low on cash, you don't have what you need to order materials or market the next month, making decisions when there's high pressure, high stress, that can be really challenging. And so by increasing your stress threshold, it's going to allow you to think more rationally and make sounder decisions in moments of high stress. Here's the deal. Whether you are just starting out or you're further along in your business journey, there are moments of high stress all along the way. There's moments of high stress when you don't have a very big business, you don't really know what's going on, you don't know how to grow, you don't know what to do. Then when you start growing a little bit, there's other moments of high stress. Then when you're really big and you have a lot to lose, there's lots of high stress moments, right? It doesn't necessarily get easier as you get bigger, but the decisions that you make and the amount of stress you can withstand changes as you go. Hopefully. So most entrepreneurs fail because as times get stressful, they start making irrational decisions. They make decisions that will sink the ship when they didn't have to, when it was a high stress situation. So here are 3 ways to increase your stress threshold. We've identified what your stress threshold is, why it's important to raise it. So let me give you 3 ways to actually increase it. By the way, some of these are Captain Obvious and you're not gonna love them, but here's number 1. Number 1 way to increase your stress threshold is to expose yourself to stress more often. Now, how do you intentionally expose yourself to stress more often? Here's some ways to do that. That's going to allow you to increase your stress threshold in a healthier way and also improve the quality of your business at the same time. So start imposing deadlines on things that you have to get done. If you don't impose deadlines, your business or whatever it is that you're working towards suffers because you're not following a system of deadlines. But by imposing deadlines, it is going to create a little bit more stress in your life to hit these deadlines, but it's also, by hitting those deadlines, going to streamline your business in a major way. So that's one really easy way to expose yourself to more stress. Now, as you start to grow your business, as you start to expand or scale, you're naturally going to be exposed to more stress. So this is going to happen, okay? So as long as you've got a formula for growth, there are other stressors that are going to come your way, okay? So number 2 on how to increase your stress threshold is to keep proper context when dealing with stress. Here's the deal. So many people, they'll run into a situation and they lose context of where they're actually at in the situation. So it might be a stressful situation. That might be a fair statement, but in the grand scheme of things, it really isn't going to affect their life that much either way. So if it goes well or if it doesn't go well, it's really not going to affect their life much either way. So you've got to learn to have context around every situation that you face of like, okay, this could go really good. This could go poorly. If it goes poorly, how much is it going to change my life? Probably not that much. Okay, now if it is going to change your life in a major way, well, then that's when you need to really calm yourself down, really focus on making sound, informed decisions during that stressful time. Number three, third way to increase your stress threshold is to ask yourself, what would they do? Now, who is they and what am I talking about? So we did a video a while back about the trick to growing your business, which is the what would they do trick. And so asking yourself, what would they do in this situation is you're taking somebody that you know to be a high-level CEO or executive and putting them in your shoes in this situation. What decision would they make? If they were non-emotional, if they were extremely rational, how would they make really good decisions inside of this high-pressure situation that they're facing? So for those of you that are facing high-pressure situations, you're trying to grow, you're trying to scale, things are going wrong, the cards are stacked against you, these are the things that I would keep in focus. So exposing yourself to stress more often and stretching those muscles, right? Those threshold muscles. Keeping proper context when dealing with stress. And then lastly, asking yourself, what would they do if they were in my shoes? So real quick, before you leave, I got a couple resources for you. Number one, if you're trying to grow a handmade or a woodworking business, check out my free ebook below. You just got to enter your name and email and we'll send that straight to you. It's been a great resource to over 1,000 people already. If you are trying to break that $10,000 per month barrier inside of your handmade or your woodworking business, be sure to check out the Handmade Hero Academy. That's a pretty low cost investment to gain some of the skills and some of the business knowledge that you need to take it to the next level. And then lastly, if you are a woodworking business owner trying to scale beyond $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 per month, be sure to check out the Woodworking Business Accelerator program, link below as well. So with that being said, love you as always. I'll see you in the next one.